Hey guys, MWUSA Season 5, Episode 197. It's Saturday today, and just hanging out with the family and doing all that kind of stuff. And just wanted to pop in here and talk to you for a few minutes. Today, we did go to the casino just for a few minutes. Actually, played for a few minutes, but we went to the casino a little bit longer. Took my wife and my youngest, and we used some free food that we had. We were going to go to this buffet, the one buffet that I had recently gone to that had the sushi for like $17. It was such a great deal, but Saturday the lunch special doesn't exist, so it's like $28. So I thought, let's go somewhere else. We'll go to the casino, we'll get some free stuff, and then we'll do that during the week sometime when we can get a better deal. But we went to the casino. I did play for a short while, ended my session. I had $76, and been spending a lot of time at home today, and also talking with my mom and catching up on stuff, cleaning, doing all those different things. And I started to pull out the 1776 countdown from a lot of my episodes. So I'm sure you noticed I've been saying something like, all right, now we're going to do some segments, and then I stop, and then I come back with, hey, this is the 1776 countdown. Well, the reason I've been doing that is I wanted separate clips for that, and I'm pulling those out for later on, for later use. With the 1776 countdown, obviously, it's not professionally done, it's not beautiful, it's not perfect. It's just me driving in the car with the road background noise and all that, just talking to you from the heart about how amazing this country really is. Whether you're American or not, you got to understand this country is so diverse and so amazing. People say like, oh, Sweden is such a perfect place to live. Yeah, but there's no diversity, or this country has their finances put together. Yeah, but they don't have 400 million people. This country really has things in a decent place, and we'll talk about a lot of other things later on. And I try not to get political, but I don't think loving your country is political. I think it's something that you should love your country. You should have allegiance to your country. Anyway, I've been pulling those segments out. Last night I had a problem with my phone. I had just ordered a phone and it didn't come, so I got my money back from eBay, ordered another phone, and wouldn't you know it, it was stuck also. And I noticed it was coming from the same city as the other one, but instead of FedEx, it was coming from USPS, the mail service. And I'm like, man, is this the same guy with more than one name on eBay? Because the price was like $7 more than the other one, so it was very similar. So I was worried about it, but it does look like it's been received by the mail service. It's going to be here by Tuesday, hopefully. But my phone was having some real issues. It was freezing up. I couldn't open any apps, do anything. And, I've got a memory stick in here, and I'm using like, 100 gigs or whatever on the memory stick. But I have to keep going in and removing sound files because they fill up my drive so fast. I used to do on Spotify all MP3 files, which are tiny. But then we started having problems and they weren't working right, and they recommended that I use WAV files, which are at least 10 times bigger than MP3 files. So it starts to fill up my phone pretty quickly. So when I went back in and I deleted a lot of the old episodes from my phone, I still need to go into Spotify and download all the episodes when I get a new computer and I have the space to store it. But I was going through deleting stuff, and I thought, man, I started working on this project, and I had saved one of them separately, but then I stopped. So I went through, I did like the first 5 episodes today, so I'll have them for later on. I actually added a logo on them and turned them into videos so they can be viewed, and I'm saving them. But I've got I can't believe it, we've done like 35 episodes with the 1776 countdown. I can't believe that we've done that much. But I want to try to do at least 5 or 6 or whatever every week, and at least keep up with the new episodes coming out. and this should last for about a year or so, and I'm not sure if it'll go any further than that, but I really wanted to demonstrate how amazing our country was. So I am gonna work a little bit more on saving those and catching up and getting more audio off my phone. I'll just have to figure out a day to be able to activate my new phone, and then it'll take me months to get everything moved over to my new phone. But it's not a big deal. I'll have both phones with me, and so I'll have everything still at my fingertips. But it can only get better. This phone is pretty old. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in here. Today's been a nice day. It's been cloudy all day, but it's been nice to spend a relaxing day at home with the family. Just wanted to pop in and say hello, let you know what I was working on, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, which is Sunday. Alright guys, I'm back. It is Sunday afternoon, and it's actually been a pretty busy day already. Got up this morning, got ready and everything, and saw a text message that a family member was taken to the hospital last night, so got ready and out the door, headed to the hospital, and spent most of the day at the hospital with him, and just left there, stopped and got some breakfast at like 3 p.m. And then right now I'm on my way. So just leaving home, heading to our first stop of the day, and we've got about 3.5 hours to go from here. So we're just going to sit back and relax. There's been some bad weather on and off all week, which I think most of the country has seen, but today is a lot better. Earlier this morning it was raining. Right now where I'm at, it's some clouds, but not terrible. A little bit of sun peeking through, 86 degrees outside. So yeah, I've been pretty busy here in the car, taking care of stuff, reviewing stuff. Oh man, I do so many different things in the car. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and head to our first stop of the day. Probably stop for fuel on the way there, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. We have a little bit of a storm going here. Doing about 40 miles an hour on the highway right now, and you can hear what it's like outside. Interestingly, if I look to my right or my left, the sky is pretty clear, but it seems like I'm going into a storm right now. So anyway, at this point I'm about half an hour from stopping for fuel, and then I'll have a few more hours. Okay, there we go, getting a little better. And then I'll have a few more hours before I get to my destination. So that's where we are right now. I'm going through a bit of a storm right now, and I'll come back and update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. Well, getting close now, and weather is cleared up. Everything is a lot better, and just getting close to this place. We're going to go in here and see what happens. The traffic's pretty bad, so I don't know how busy it's going to be. But I'm hoping it's better than the last few weeks have been. It's been really hard to make money the last few weeks. I haven't even hardly been able to get on any kind of tables or anything like that. So hopefully today's a little bit better. So getting real close, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, and yeah, just leaving this place now, and was a really, really bad situation in there. Walked in, looking around, finding very little. Finally find a play. It's like the easiest play. It should take like 5 or 6 spins. Should hit for $30 or $40. Took 90 spins to hit it, and I made a net of $5 on it. And that was like the prequel to what was going to happen today. All small plays, all terrible, and it was very frustrating. I did go around one corner and saw a friend of mine. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? It's been a long time, man. Probably haven't seen him in over a year. Good guy. Approaches things from a different method than what I do. And frankly, I think his method might be a little bit better. I've always decided not to do it that way because I thought it was risky, and I didn't want to damage my name or have any issues or any legal issues or anything like that. But honestly, I should have done it from the beginning. And I know other people who have done it and made a lot of money. And I was really naive, thinking that I could stay under the radar. I knew that it would eventually come to an end, but I really thought with both slots and tables that there would always be something that I could do to make money. Now, of course, we've expanded into online, into poker, into all kinds of stuff. But the learning curve is too slow right now with poker and other things, and it's not enough to make the kind of money that I need, frankly. You know, I don't want to keep dwelling on old stuff, but the kind of money we were making before, I mean, we're making half what we were making before right now. Unless the year turns around, we're still making money, we're still positive, we're still good, we can still make a living, but we can't really make money. We can't really make, the kind of money that we want to make. So it's been really frustrating. I had a blackjack session, and I played the table for about a little over half an hour, and just about everything went wrong. Just about everything. Ended up leaving that table down 700 even. Played slots, was down 1100 on slots. Went back to the blackjack table. Played blackjack again. Back and forth, got in as deep as 2,500, and just not getting the hands, I don't know if I got 3 hands in a row the whole time I played. It was really very frustrating, very difficult to build anything up, very difficult to make a profit. And on that second blackjack session, I ended ahead 710. Isn't that great? Minus 700 plus 710, so you made $10. Used to go, let's go to this casino, make 500, this one 500, this one 700, and go home. Now I'm making $10. So it was very, very frustrating. Slots were really, really bad, and was down quite a bit, like I said, and ended up coming back at the end and making a profit. No, I didn't make a profit. I think it was just over even. So let's call it even. I mean, it was within $1 of breaking even. And it was just so frustrating, and I was in so deep. I was in for like 2,800 on slots, and ended up coming back. I had 3 back-to-back, no, more, 5 bonuses. Okay, 3 of them were not back-to-back. The last 2 were back-to-back. 3 of them were big ones, like 600, 1050, 1050, and 1500. No W2s. And then the other 2 were like, the 2 back-to-back were small, like under 100 each. And we'll call it even. Ended even on the slots. And just so frustrated. Then I had a big voucher I had to worry about being able to cash it. Called a friend of mine. He wasn't available. He had already left like 40 minutes before. So then I had to do my little magic trick to move money from here to there. It's really very low risk, but you can still lose money on it. And ended up getting the voucher down to like $24.80 and 99 cents, and ended up being able to cash that out. Then took the last 99 cents to the cashier. They rounded it up to $1, and I was able to leave. And be very honest with you, I'm very concerned about the future. Things are very much up in the air, and I've been exploring a couple other things, including investing some money into a property and I've been going back and forth about it, about when the right time would be, if it's now or in a year or two, and as well as a home business that I could do on top of everything else that I'm doing, and I could teach the kids how to do it. They can take care of everything on it, and we can share in the profits. And whatever I don't give them, I'm eventually going to give them anyway. I'm going to basically have them work for me hourly, and then I'm going to give them the majority of the money in their investments. But they need to have something to do. I'm concerned about one of my kids, especially, really, at least two of my kids, spending too much time on the phone. And maybe now I can have them use the phone to make money and help me out. Can bring in money to the household, money for themselves, and I'm just thinking out loud here. I have an idea for this, but I don't know when I'll pull the trigger on it. I'm not sure. I'm just so busy. One thing that I could do would be, instead of traveling 4 days a week like I am right now, cut it to 3 days a week. And although the last couple weeks have been, cut it to 3 days a week, and then spend 1 day working on the side thing that I'm doing, and then just doing those long trips. I mean, I got to break down and do it. I said I was going to, and I keep starting and stopping. I got to just start doing those long trips. Vegas, and 2 or 3 other markets I don't want to mention, and maybe that'll work. So, yeah, about 2 years ago when things were slowing down, I sat down and I just actually deleted this spreadsheet. I broke it down. You'll remember this if you've been around for a while. I broke it down to each location that I go to, how much I make there, how long it takes to get there, how long I usually spend in that casino. And you remember we were able to use AI to figure out exactly. One time it was like to the penny, almost to the penny, within $1, and of how much I would make. Yeah, I mean, it may be time to do this again, and just instead of saying go to this casino, then this one, then go home, it may be fly to this city, and this is your schedule. Go to these casinos in this city, and then go home. I mean, something's going to have to happen. The areas that I go to right now are very depressed. This next week, I'm actually going to change my schedule and go to an area I haven't been to in a while. I've been staying away from it because it's been not great, but this area hasn't been great either. Pretty much most of the areas I'm going to haven't been, so I'm going to go back and explore some of the areas that I dislike the worst on my list, and start trying to go there at different times of the day. Maybe one time in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening. Kind of see what things are like there, and go from there. So I'm just, if you'll excuse my rant here, not rant, I don't know, maybe it is. If you'll excuse my long segment here, just trying to think out loud about the best way to approach things going forward. And I think it's going to be different casinos and long trips, flying places, possibly doing some side work as far as investments, and then possibly properties, including in Vegas, and maybe in Florida, maybe Tennessee, a lot of different areas. We'll see how it goes. So all these things are up in the air, but I hope that we can make things work. I think on the way home, I'm going to make a stop at a church, actually. It's not in this town. It's about over 2.5 hours from here. And I think I want to stop there and just take some time and do some reflecting and thinking and stuff, and maybe that'll help a little bit. It doesn't hurt. I don't think it ever hurts to pray or to do any kind of meditating or anything like that. So we'll see. Right now, I'm going to grab some food. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I've been still driving here. Been going for a couple hours here. Going to take a break here in a little bit. Did play online and ended the session. I had $87. So $87 online beat the whole casino and all that driving. So cashed out on that, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what happens here. Still a lot more to come. I'll be back. All right, guys. As we're continuing our trip home, my windows are getting all fogged up, all kinds of crazy fog outside, temperature going up and down. Right now it's way after midnight. It's 75 degrees outside, and it's just been just a long drive, a long quiet drive of thinking and all that stuff. But we can do some segments. This is the 1776 countdown, where I count down the top 1,776 reasons why I love the United States of America. And today we're going to continue on with some states. We're going to move on to the sixth state, which was Massachusetts. And so Massachusetts ratified the Constitution February 6th, 1788, making it the sixth state. And the Pilgrims landed in what is now Massachusetts in 1620 and established the Plymouth colony. And Boston played a major role in the American Revolution, including events such as the Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, and the Battle of Bunker Hill, which happened in Massachusetts. The American Revolution began in Massachusetts with the Battle of Lexington and the Battle of Concord, April 19th, 1775. And, of course, some big institutions, important institutions in Massachusetts, such as Harvard. Some places to visit when you're in Massachusetts: the Freedom Trail, which is a 2.5-mile trail that has 16 historical sites, including the Old North Church, Paul Revere's house, and Boston Common. The Minuteman National Historic Park, Concord and Lexington, commemorates the opening battles of the American Revolution, which I just talked about. And Plymouth Rock, which is where the story of the Pilgrims starts and is commemorated. Cape Cod National Seashore, which is just beaches, dunes, lighthouses, hiking trails, and all kinds of historic sites. And then finally, Salem, which is famous for the 1692 Salem witch trials, which is, wow, what a chapter in American history that was. But so Massachusetts may be a small state, but it's a very important state, and a lot of important things happened there. The beginning of our revolution, and it was very pivotal in the founding of our country. So the sixth state of the United States, Massachusetts. And we'll continue on with the segments here. What did you eat today, MW? Today I ate, what the heck did I eat? I had Chipotle when I was leaving home. Had a chicken bowl, rice, black beans, all that stuff. And it was okay. I'm going to give it an 8 on a scale of 2 through 8. I did not feel well after that. About an hour later, I really didn't feel well. And let's see, later on tonight, I actually got a couple cheeseburgers from a drive-thru, one of the cheaper drive-thrus around, not even using an app. I mean, got 2 cheeseburgers for like $7, and they were pretty good. I give them a 9 on a scale of 2 through 8. And what did you tip today, MW? Today I tipped $0. Nothing really happened that was good today. the best thing that happened to me is I didn't spend a lot on gas because gas prices are back down again in this area. I paid about $3.60 to fill up. And what did you learn today, MW? I don't know if I learned anything or not, other than I guess I learned that some major changes have to happen. There's no more denying it. There's no more slowing it down. It has to happen now, and I need to spend tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday really figuring out what I'm going to do and deciding where I'm going to go Wednesday. Wednesday, almost for sure, is going to be an area I normally do not go to, so we'll see what happens with that. But we're going to continue our trip home, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. It has not been a great day, but tomorrow will be better. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.